Here's a project where we're going to use the clone tool. This tool here that replaces pixels in one area of the picture and puts them in another area where you so designate by the use of the tool. This is a residential neighborhood picture that you might use for a calendar or for a real estate brochure or any number of things that it's a pleasant residential area, except for these telephone poles or these utility poles and the wires that go from them. Don't mind the flagpole and the flag. We're going to leave that there. But we're going to take out these wires in front of the house here and back here behind, and the utility poles. Take them out. Now, the way to do that is to get very close. I'm going to take my zoom tool and come in very tight on this area. And as you get tighter, it gets a little fuzzier because you're getting deep into the pixels or making the pixels much larger, but this is what you want to see. Now, remember that when you replace pixels with this clone tool, you have the pixels that you want to take are of the colors that are available. Now, notice that over here in the navigator, it shows you that the sky is light blue, turning medium blue, turning darker blue as it goes up. And so even here within the area of the wires, you have to take the color pretty close to where you are to make it match and not look like streaks as you go through there. Now, I've taken the 13 brush with a fuzzy edge. There's the sharp edge and the fuzzy edge. For the most part, you're going to use the fuzzy edge because that's the way Photoshop likes to put images together with not sharp edges. Look at this telephone pole. It's not a sharp edge there. But when you reduce it down and put it in size, it looks all right. Now, with the tool then, the clone tool, I'm going to bring this 13 pixel brush, and I've gone up here in the brushes. Now you click and it's going to show you the brushes. You should be in what's called the small thumbnail with the check mark there, and then that shows you the there's small 5 and a 9, and you get larger and larger, but I'm using these soft brushes. When you pick the one you want, 13, I just go up here in the top and click away. That palette goes, and now the way that this works is that if I hold down the Option key with my left hand and click there, that's where it's taking the target of the pixels. Then I come down here to the brush, or bring the brush down to where the line is. If you want to really line it up, hold the Option key down again. Don't click with your mouse, but just hold the Option key down and see the target, and then let go. Now you're seeing the brush. And when you click with your mouse, you see where that little crosshair is? That's where it's getting pixels from and replacing pixels as you move this brush along. And so as I come along here and take out that line, I'm replacing it with sky color that's pretty close to the sky that was there, or that's around those brushes anyway. Don't try to take it all out at once. Take a little bit of this above and a little bit of that below, and begin to remove the or replace pixels from the nearby colors, whether it's blue sky or green grass or what. And wherever that crosshair is, and where you make a target by holding down the Option key and then clicking with your mouse, that makes the target. Now to take out the pole, you see I'm going to take, I don't even have to go all the way across the pole. If you go too far, you start to pick up that pole again because you've moved the pixels over. So I'm taking half of this telephone or this utility pole on one side, and I'll come over here and get some of the other of the same coloration, and if it starts to reproduce itself, then just come back over and get bits and pieces to take out the pole from both sides. Now then hold your finger on the space bar, and you can take the hand tool and come back up here and begin to move the picture around so you don't have to keep zooming in and out to be all the same zoom. And then just continue moving your target to fit the coloration, and then I'm taking the pole down. And so what I'm doing is I'm replacing pixels where I hold this key down, the Option key, and click, that's the target area. Then when I move it over here, I can put the Option key down again and line it up where I want it to be, but when I click on the mouse, it's taking back in that target area that I first selected and making that work. Now I'm getting the pole down to where the level of the ground is. Now I'll come here and actually take a shot of the ground up here and bring it down and hold the Option key and line up my target again, and then let go of the target so I have the brush, and then click the mouse and drag this down, and I've got the same angle coming down the dirt and stuff. If it gets off a little bit, come back over here and maybe go up a bit. A little bump in the hill doesn't hurt anything. Now use like for like. So I'm going downhill here, so I'm going to take this green edge, come here, and I'll go through the pole, and the pole's gone, and the green edge brings green grass or green bushes down to where the pole used to be. And then I'll take the pole out down here with same for same. Now at this point there's a tree back there, and whether I continue taking the pole and the tree out or I cover the pole with tree, that's up to where I'm going to get to. You see there's a building back here with a brick wall and a two-tone brick, and so I'm going to carefully take a target right there, lay that target right in that brown groove, and click my mouse and bring it over here, hold the Option key down and line it up. Don't click the mouse yet, line it up, and when you get it where you want it, then let go of the Option key, click and pull that line through and complete the line, as it were, and begin to rub some more of this pole out. And then come up here to the top, and as you approach the roof, just go to the roof and stop there so it's even, and you've made that. Now I've got poles sticking up there. I picked up that little shape here. I'll just come over here and take some brick and wipe that out. Got a little white spot there. It's a sign on the wall. I'm just going to take that out. Now there's a tree over here that's at distance. See, this near tree, you can see leaves. So this tree at distance over here, I can go over there and click on that, come back in here to this what's left of the telephone pole, and just clean it around with what looks like a tree, maybe give a little point up there, and you can't tell the difference. I might have to come back and fix that. I'd kind of touch that down a little bit there. So there's a purple bush right here that pole is around, and so what I can do is take some of that purple bush and come over here and just flay it around and wipe the pole out right down to that brick structure that's helping to hold the fence up. Maybe take that little white spot out of there. So now the purple bush is taking care of the end of the telephone pole in that direction. So I've got that pole and the wires around it gone. Let's look at the telephone or the flagpole. Now here we have a problem. If I can take my tool and I can come in here and I can come right up close to that pole, but I don't want to take any of that shadow out, or it starts to look like I took a bite out of it. See that bite there? So to fix that, I'll come in close on both sides of this, and I'll do it down here as well, and come back on the other side and take that line out, and I'll take this line out. I still got some little residue of lines left over, and so what I'm going to do is use the shadow side and the not so shadowy side to put those bites back in. I'm going to put my target right over the edge of the shadow and click, and then I'll come down here and line it up with my tool, let go of the Option key, and then just let that shadow fill itself back in. And it takes some practice to get that to carefully fill for you, and if it doesn't work, then just come up here and get a bite and do it again and line it up. You might be a half pixel off. See, that's a little bit better. Same thing down here. I come up here and I shoot, and I come here to where the line used to be, and it just takes a short little hop across there to erase the line but keep the edge of the flagpole, and then you come back and you start to work the open wires out as you go. Now if I come well, the flagpole's all right there. I see a little speck out here. It might be a bird. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. A little speck there, clean that up. As I come down, oh, there's a pole, there's a line there that I need to take out, and come back in here and just take the green and brown that is available, and rub it right up to the pole. Not so much of a shadow problem here, but there's brown dirt and then you take the green on the angle and just make it work for you. Here's an angle of green, and fill that out and bring it back. You want to get rid of all the light line of the utility pole, but there's not going to be very many people who's going to say, oh, look at that, I can see where you crossed that, because it's just use the angles and the colors that are there. Now when I get over here into where the tree starts again, I'll just take leaves and fill up around this the line as it goes across the tree. And then it's just a matter of working it out. Some places it gets a little tricky, like right up here where the line's crossed by this chimney. I can take the top one out pretty easily. But the bottom one I have to come by and I have to skirt across the top of that chimney and not bite into the chimney, but come across the top and then come down, and the line eventually sees the top of that roof, and you're going to see part of it. Well, that's going to go and then slide off, and then you have to come back and just touch the top of that roof and take that line down without biting a hole in the roof, and there you go with that. Back in the back, the same thing's happening here. You're going to take like for like and take out that pole. There's a little feature on the roof there that you can leave in place, and then take it out bites by bites. Don't be in a hurry. Don't think you have to do this in 28 seconds, but just be careful and replace like color for like color. And there's another little antenna, something or other on the roof there, or pipe. I'll just leave that in place, but I'll continue to take the line off until I've gotten everything moving. Now back here you've got some line here and a pole in that bush, so you use the distant hill mass and then the near leaves on that one. And over here I would come back and continue to go through and take out these lines. There is a spot here where the line goes through this tree, and that's not that as difficult as it might look. You just come and take out the line to the tree and bounce over the leaves. Just go between the leaves a little bit there, and it's hard to tell which is which. You don't want to leave some line, a straight line there. If you have to take another leaf someplace and blow away a straight line, that's okay. But when you get through with it, then you're going to come back across and have this worked out. Now I'm going to back up, and there's other things you can do in this. You might want to clean up like these utility buckets here. You could take the sidewalk through here, and the grass through here, and the shadow through here, and the edge of the curb through here, and the asphalt out there, and take those out. That's not that necessary, because you find those in residential areas. But here it is on the way, and then I'm going to show you, you can open up the before, which is wires remove original, and then there'll be a wires removed finished that will have all the lines gone. You can open that up, not in this movie section, but there'll be two Photoshop documents, the before and the after. You can open up and see what it does. Now what I want you to do is to take the original and actually work out your lines, and that's what I want you to send in to me, is the one that you've made that has the lines gone.